I'm jumping right back into it. I gotta see what happens after this. We gotta keep going. We gotta keep going to the hideaway. Kupka lost his arms, man. His hands, not his arms, but such a perfect slice. And you see the cutscene and the dramaticness, and the fight was great. Like Majin Vegeta versus Goku.
State of you. You're more of a wreck than this place.
Hey, yo.
Is this what you call taking better care of yourself? No more excuses, your ladyship. I order you to rest.
You like her positivity?
Fine. I'll rest.
Don't worry, Gav. She's in good hands.
But we should have never let her fall into Hugo's. Back when he had some like. The question is, where is he now?
Yeah, some guy came and just did some plot interference. Yeah, the royalists.
I was wondering about that all the way home.
Otto may have heard something. I'll talk to him.
And I'll talk to Tomes.
The lawsman. About what?
About your faithful hound for a start. If any four-legged friend's ever done that before, I'm betting Tomes will have read about it. But what I want to know is, what happens afterwards? It's all well and good Torgal saving our arses, but if it costs him what it cost Jill...
Right. Let me know if you learn anything.
Will do. And you do the same, eh?
Jill. Listen to Taya.
I will. Thank you.
Did you take? Yeah, we had to talk to Vivian. The icon fights just get better and better from here. Oh my god. Bolts from the blue. But to be honest, Vivian be just nagging. I don't have the attention span for that. Clive has the claim portion of the Icon Titan's essence. Attuning with Titan not only changes the elemental aspect of Clive's magic spells, but also allows access to several new Icon abilities such as Wind Up, a singular strike that increases in potency when charged. The abilities are found... Okay, what's this? Dobby? Whoa. Now we talking. We turned into a Toph from Avatar. Yo! Titanic block can be used to fend off the most incoming attacks. Using square immediately after a perfectly timed precision block will devastate initiated counter. She shows you some diagrams. Alright, let's see if she's here. But I don't know, man. Every time I talk to Vivian, she be boring me, bro.
It's not bad, man.
She be hitting me with some really...
Taya's making sure she...
Her dialogue.
Good. Any word on Coop? Because
Vivian's doing what she can to try and track him, but she's feeding on scraps. We've sent ours out to the curse breakers and their
Vivian's trying to track him.
Asking them to keep their eye. No leads yet.
Right.
There he is.
Where did she go? Fiery youth.
Clive. Still busy saving the world.
I gotta try this fight. I want to try this thing out.
Mid. When did you get back?
Yo, they named the fiery youth Mid. Why does it sound like an office joke?
Since Hugo Kupka invaded,
They named this woman Mid.
all the canvas in uproar about it. He's gone mad. He's turned rogue. It'll be us next. You try concentrating with all of that.
All right, you win.
This man looks straight at her. Mid.
Dunno. A while, most likely. Any road, while I'm here, I was hoping you could do us a favour.
Mid. You can't just expect me to...
Please, oblige her.
Vivian.
While we are busy tracking down Kupka, you should have a little time to spare.
Professor! Now there's a face I haven't seen in a while. Shouldn't you have it buried in a dusty old tome?
She emoted.
I did, till a familiar trill pricked my ears. As ever,
Yeah.
your exuberance is a breath of fresh air, which successfully scattered the painstakingly assembled fragments of my thoughts.
Ay. Vivian's dialogue be putting me to sleep. I'm gonna go look at the diagrams for real though, but that's it. I can't take too much of that character. She seems like she's the NPC that wants the main stage type of energy, but she's just boring.
Breath of fresh air. Bloody tempest, more like.
Torgal got 0 lines and still is so much more of a character than Vivian. And I don't know why specifically here. Who this?
Got my guild.
This guy looked like someone from the organization.
For bringing Mid across. She said you were paying. That little...
Who named her Mid? Who gave birth to this woman or even nicknamed herself Mid?
I wonder what Mid's plotting.
Mid.
Here for another of my lectures.
Ay, 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 ay.
Allow me to educate you.
The state of the realm. By speaking with Vivian in the Hideaway's map room, he can view the state of the realm and learn more about the current ongoings of Elistia and visit any of the 9 tales past, Datebayo, or take a deeper look at the relationships of the individuals. So this is the cast.
Study it well, Clive.
Overview of Clive's story as regressed through the... Oh, this is... Okay, Shadow is right. This is one of the more detailed things. So this was to Phoenix Gate. Taken captive by the Empire. Drafted into the Imperial Legions. And then from there, we infiltrated the Nysa in pursuit of the Dominant of Fire. Oh, we're trying to find them? Okay, so it gives you like a whole timeline and even the years of the realm. So if we're in 878, it's been like, damn. Battle of Hugo Kupka. Beneath Roselith Castle and absorbs the Titan power for him. But he's spirited away by an unknown figure.
Here's the latest information I have.
Detailed character map. Oh my god. Ward of Rosaria. Dominant of the Phoenix. Archduke Duchess Ambrosia. Born in the stables. Chosen by Clive from a chick. So Wade, all of this. This is from when he was a baby, and then he grows up. Deserter? First, whoa. He starts off as first shield, turns into the Imperial Bearer. Shiva's dominant. Then he becomes a deserter. Then dominant of Ifrit. Wow. See how complicated this chart is? Imagine having the Final Fantasy crew, the people that worked on this, imagine them having to put this in a meeting. Like on a whiteboard. This is wild. Like for them to keep this timeline and everything, this web together, these guys are geniuses. Wow. Especially whoever worked on this diagram. This is clean. He was dominant and then present day. Blessed with magic. What happened here? When Jill came close to death in the courtyard, something awoke within him, transforming him into something akin to an icon. A fine hound, but it doesn't really give any explanation onto that. Crazy.
Very good.
Datebayo, yes, no, Datebayo. Every time I see the Nine Tails, I'm like, yo, the icon that I'm trying to channel is straight up, they're straight up pulling a Naruto.
Come on, Otto.
Come on, man. Datebayo. We gotta tame the Nine Tails. Kurama does not want to be tamed to. This character is kind of a mix of Naruto and Sasuke, to be honest.
Shouldn't you be getting some rest?
Mid.
You took your time.
That's so insulting.
Easy man, Mid.
I'll get to the point then. I want to turn the room down there into a workshop like the one I had at Dad's place.
Mid, you've only just come back.
And I've been thinking about it for a while. Dad said I had a knack for engineering. Told me everything he knew about it. Then sent me off to Canva to learn everything he didn't. That was his dream for me. That one day I'd put my studies to use for the good of the cause. But I'm helping no one stuck at school. I've studied enough. It's time I put my knack to work. I know that I can help the people here. And I want to do it.
Well. If Sid could see you now, all right? I'll tell Otto you'll be staying.
I knew you'd say yes. Which is why I wrote up a list of jobs for you.
For me?
Who else?
What do you want me to do?
First things first, I need equipment and materials to start making my own. There's the designs for the stuff I need and the stuff it needs smithing from. The other materials I can work myself. Just need a generous benefactor to lay them on for me. Apart from the wood, I'll need a carpenter for that, but I can just borrow yours.
Is that everything?
For now. I'll let you know if I need out else.
Where to start? Materials and tools. That means Karen and Blackthorn.
Yeah. What's everyone?
We would Chacarone, aka the Karen, and Blackthorn. See, this is why I'm only doing story scenes, because I don't want to be spoiled. I'm only gonna do story missions because I don't want to get spoiled to anything. Chacarone, she's smoking a spliffy.
It's back from Canva.
Just now. She's planning to set up a workshop in the stores and ask me to buy her some materials. Here's the list.
I just handed over a list. But yep, we're doing some Among Us tonight.
Think you can find everything on that?
This lot. Wouldn't be much of a trader if I couldn't.
Excellent.
It's paid 100 times over by what that girl's done for us. If it weren't for her filters, we'd have naught to drink but blight water, and that would have drained the life out of us.
Indeed it would.
I'll send the stuff on to Mid when it comes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chacarone. Chacarone.
Blackthorn, you busy?
What's
This
it look like?
guy I've only talked to like 5 times in this game.
From Mid. She requires certain tools.
Dog kit.
Do you think you can make them?
Bloody hell. What's she planning to build with this stuff? An airship? I'll see what I can do. Tell her I'll bring them over when I'm done.
My thanks. That just leaves the carpenter. Let's see if Bardolph's available.
See, there's nothing to fear. We'll deal with him.
Nothing to fear from Kupka. Bro, we disarmed him. He's been disarmed. It's okay. It's okay. Kupka. Not only did we send his ex in a box, we disarmed the man. That's what he gets to put his hands on me and shit like that. We got him back good and he has to live with that shit. I'm happy with that. We'll probably see him back in the future though, because he still had his strength and everything all slamming the floor with them giant forearms.
How do, Master Sid?
Bardolph. Mid's looking to build a workshop in the storeroom, and she needs the aid of a skilled carpenter. So naturally I thought of you.
Well, I'd love to help the young miss however I can, but I'm afraid I got my hands full. I'd gladly spare Mid all the time I have, but... It don't have to be me, though, does it? What about that other fella? You know, the one over at Martha's Rest. Bernard, was it?
That's right. And he is a friend of the cause. I'll ask Martha if she can spare him. Thank you, Bardolph.
Least I could do.
Okay. Blue Tornado says, does anyone here not have an inner dialogue? So, apparently there's only like 30% of us that have inner dialogue according to a study. So there's people that don't have inner dialogues, meaning there's literal NPCs out here. I have inner dialogue. Yeah, we're gonna play Among Us in about an hour and a half. This game has some MMO pacing at times. You can get on your nerves. Not the X in the box. Fried egg Benedicta. There we go. I forgot. That's what we called her. Man, he called Clive's mom a hoe, but she was a hoe in every one of these cutscenes. She jumped to every guy she was with in every cutscene. I'm pretty sure if Clive and her was in a room together, she would have jumped onto Clive too. Everyone from Sid, the guy that's inside of Sid. I'm inside of Clive. Hey, yo, we absorbed that too. Oh, man. It's crazy, from the Emperor to Hugo to this, every cutscene from the beginning of the game, that woman. Martha's Rest. Make the Martha's Rest and fulfill Mid's request. Wait. There we go. Martha's Rest. There's a Choboko according to Shadow that I can get to ride around. But is he even faster? Because I feel like his run speed is kind of capped. Especially even the Final Fantasy games because of render speed. Like if this was your situation, Koopa has only one place to go and that's home. I would have chased that motherfucker home. Blue Tornadoes asked, only 30% of us think about what we do, Paul. Apparently that's what I heard just within the past year from like a scientific study that popped up somewhere. Only like 30% of people have internal dialogue. Meaning that inside of these heads, if you really think about it, if you've ever worked at a retail place or something like that, they're walking NPCs out here, bro. There are walking NPCs. If you have internal dialogue, if you view yourself as an overthinker, congratulations, you're a player in the game. But you're also cursed with all the bad stuff of that if you can't control it. So there's that. Martha's Rest. I completely believe that. Sometimes you'd be like looking at some people, because you gotta think about it. Apparently, think about the dumbest person you know, and then realize there's people 50% dumber than that. When I had worked in sales, that's what somebody had taught me, and I was like, holy shit, how do you function? There was a whole Team 4-star thing about that. What up, bruh? Icons can regenerate limbs when they transform. Oh shit. Attack on Titan. Jelly says, you think only males have inner dialogue? Nah, I don't believe that, Jelly. Women are heavy overthinkers too. They have inner dialogue just as much. If anything, women have like that right side of their brain that's more, it's the chaotic side, the creative side, and that's why they have crazy inner dialogue. And for men, we usually think with the left side of the brain, which is more logic, and we kind of stay away from the creative side. But if you can go into both, which is not trying to get religious or nothing, but that's what like Jesus was trying to preach. Like if you can get in touch with both the masculine side and the feminine side, you have the key to life right there. But it's messy on the right side.
Ah, Clive, what brings you to the Rest?
Our home finds itself in need of an extra carpenter. I wondered if I might be able to borrow Bernard for a short while.
I don't mind if he
That
don't.
sounds so racial.
Thank you, Martha.
Can I borrow Bernard?
As far as I know, he's...
I'll look from there then.
That chick's name Cressa just reminded me of a croissant. I don't know why I'm craving that randomly. I'm just getting... it's not even munchies or nothing. It's just random moments like that where I miss regular food. Bro, you found Jesus? Shadow says women don't have inner dialogues. They have inner demons. This man quick with that shit. Yo. Now it's like, you calling me loca? Well, you know. She said it first. That's partially why, yo, Shadow, that was good. That was good. That's why they attracted to demons. If you really think about it. Let me see, where are we going? We have to go get Bernard. Okay. Was this the white-winged wonder? Why does that seem like that's the Choboko mission? You know what? I'm gonna just do it for the hell of it. I keep saying that I wasn't gonna do no side quest, but that seems like... Yeah, he's standing next to Choboko. It has to be. Let's see what it... I really wanted to just have something to move around the terrain with. Just gonna skip through whatever it is. It's probably just a fight or fetch quest something. Yep.
Standards down.
Let's see how fast we can get through this. Pulls out that chancla. Preparatory. Yo, I'm gonna learn Spanish from all of Nalu's phrases. She be hitting me with like, buenos dias. I need this though. That's how you survive Miami. Nalu's teaching us more Spanish than my Spanish teachers have in like the past 10 years. How the hell I get down there? You don't think of Jelly? You just stayed what you heard? Let me see. A feather. A white-winged feather.
A white feather.
Gives me the Choboko.
I thought Ambrosia was one of a kind. Speaking of brave birds, Looks like they went that way.
Yeah, bro, like for me, like I believe in like almost everything, so it's not like I'm like with one type of thing, but I don't even want to get too far into like religion before the crazies come out. Anyway, how was Miami during the NBA finals? The city was lit. It was lit up until like game 2, I think, and then it just got depressed with how badly Denver beat down Miami. It was lit throughout the playoffs, like you saw everybody getting more amped and amped and amped. All my clients were super happy, and then all of a sudden, the hope was destroyed and crushed with Denver. Choboko is so useful for the next story shit. All right.
They're in trouble.
In trouble. We get the white winged Choboko. They're being surrounded. We gotta save Chez's horses.
You didn't think you'd seen the last of us, did you? You've been bad for business.
You know what? I reckon I'll take you out right now. Me and my Super Saiyan dog. Oh, I forgot to set up my icon abilities. I want to say goodbye to Sid stuff. I'm gonna get rid of electricity for now. I like the smiting ability like this. Judgment Bolt. Hella overpowered. The other one's the flow as dog. Shite. You know? Finish him. Finish him. Yeah. New enemies. Yo, how much work are they putting into these Chobocos? What the? Just mint. Staggered. Down again. Come on, Togo. Whoop his ass. Whoop his ass. Finish him. Finish him. Smite him. Iconic punishment. I like that. Nice play on words. Iconic punishment. Did I free my chicken? This is what Nalu drove past this morning on her first day of the truck. Surprise.
You're safe now.
This guy passed chickens.
White Heart,
White Heart.
Do you know her, boy?
No way. Do you know her?
That scar. It couldn't be.
Oh shit. It's the one we saw from the dialogue. Whoa.
Ambrosia.
Ambrosia. The elixir of the gods.
It is you. You survived.
Morp thought over. He yelled at the other chickens. He said, "Yeah, it's food. The rest are expendable. He'll survive.
Is it over?
Feed for a month."
Oh, you sorted the bastards then, and the whole.
Okay, give me my chicken. Let me go. And you've got these people saying Goosey Pop, Pop Tato, and Bugger Man and Chi Chi. Oh, jeez. Freaking guy, these people. Oh, yeah.
Well,
It's good.
I'll be. I never stopped to think our hero here might once have been someone's mount. Though I dare say she'd suit a fine fellow like yourself. Reckon our feathered. Bird? Oh, no.
Yep. Me and my chicken. I just want my chicken back. I know he's just trying to give me They be having some serious filler dialogue. That's why I'm like, you know when you try to hit that word limit on an essay? That's what I feel like some of these dialogues are. You gotta teach you Guyanese. You don't want to learn Guyanese now, Luke. Trust me. Okay, we put a harness on it. Finally, we got a Choboko with the harness. Perfect. I heard some dialogue in game to confirm that they do eat Chobokos. Yeah, they had Choboko steak. Bro said teach him Guyanese. You heard that, bro? How do you teach that shit? It's like you have to Guyanese. It's broken English, so it's like you have to degenerate your English to reach that shit. Oh my god. All Guyanese people, when they go to kindergarten, everybody be getting yelled at because they say the word three like tree. Like they're like, yo, you village people need to get that shit right. Stop saying tree, it's three. That's what I'm talking about. Like you have to degenerate your English. Ay, ay, ay. Chocobo into Choboko. Like they literally said the word Choboboko. The film mid's request. So wait. How do I whip out the Choboko? Do I have to go to a stand or something? The Choboko is probably out here. It's in my pocket. Tree. Yeah, like a Christmas tree. You see that? Confused Goku. Exactly. The teachers be yelling at everybody for that shit. Alright, let me see my iconic abilities really quick. And my attributes. I got some serious attribute points. Alright, get this the fuck out of here. We're switching you out with Titan. Block enemies' attacks when a guard is timed perfectly. Score can be used to launch up to 3 attacks. And then punch forward. And hold it to wind up. Look at that. Slam a fist to the ground. Wow, I feel like I got Luke's moveset with me now. Sandblast. Upheaval slams a fist into the ground. Wind up in upheaval. Okay. This music is lit. It's so peaceful. Especially on a rainy day like today. Let's keep going. Punch further. Step forward and deliver a blinding fury of punches. Oh my god. Both hands into the ground, causing the land to surge. Give me this. This is what I needed. Give me that. Get rid of the electricity. I like the smiting ability. Hold on. Smack the shit out of him and... Raging Fist. That seems like the right type of combo for me. Now we're getting somewhere. Hold up. And damn, we don't even have all the abilities. I wonder what type of avatar, type of character might be at the end of this whole... Learning some interesting things today, Keyshawn. Yeah. Every day something new we learn in here. Alright. Where's my Choboko? Here's a chicken. Put Ramu's. Wait. You could put one of Ramu's on Titan? Wait a minute. What you mean? Oh, I was about to say, can you mix? No.
No, but wild.
Hold R3 outside of the town to call. Okay. Nice. It just spawns in front of you. Perfect. Necesita aprender español. Maria? What? If you master an ability, you can slot it anywhere. If you master it, okay. I need that smite ability back. Okay. Rein in. And dismount. Okay, nice controls here. This feels much, much more fast. You have to worry about that sprinting shit. I figured they weren't gonna have us like bolting across the whole map because of like render speeds is usually what they be locking these movements to. But much better.
All right.
Trying to just skip all these fights. corner over there. Around this rock, we go straight. Okay.
Hi. I've ended the lad who saved my life. What brings you to a place like this?
You do, Bernard. Martha said I might find you here. I have a proposition for you.
Oh, do you now?
Bernard. What's the proposition?
Building a workshop, you say? Well, that beats tacking boards to bridges, sure enough. And if Martha didn't mind me being gone a while, then neither do I. You just tell me where you want me.
That's the spirit.
Of course.
Another favor. We have to go kill something out there.
Well, that there is Cressida, where I grew up.
Parents' graves, nice cheery conversation.
I came up here hoping to visit him. I even patched up the bridge to get across.
So you want me to go clear it out?
You're a dab hand when it comes to dealing with beasts and bogles, ain't you?
It's the least.
Least I can do. Let me go kill them real quick. Let's go try these Titan powers on these fiends. Look at this, it's a battlefield anyway.
This shouldn't take long.
Oh my god, I brought Street Fighter into the game. Yes. Much better, much better, much better. Titanic block. Oh shit, hold on. Oh my god. Bro. Where's my Ninetales? Oh. Jeez. Oh my god, I cracked him with the block perfectly. The perfect block, let's go. Should have charged that one. Should have charged that. Whoops. Again! Again! Let's go. Hit him with this. Did I miss? Man. I did it again. I'm not used to that one though. The first charge ability we got like that. Not bad though. Not bad. If you hold the Titan's abilities, if you land them on the red part of the circle, they do more damage. What is gaming and wanting the shot? I should do it.
You made short work of that lot. Thank you, son. Now my folks can rest in peace once more.
How long is it since the village was abandoned?
Oh, people started packing their things after the duchy fell. Between the Blight and the Imperials, you just couldn't make ends meet. Must be nigh on a decade since the last wagon left. Though it may as well have been a century, looking at the place. This isn't the Cressida I remember.
I'm sorry.
Ah, don't be. Can't live in the past, no matter how nice it might have been. As soon as I'm done saying a prayer,
Oh, right. Yeah. Saying a prayer, blah, blah, blah. You and these Vivian dialogues, get the fuck out of my way. Let me go back to the story, please. NPC conversations. These guys be saying the same thing for like 3 lines and it just be, my eye starts twitching. I'm like, yo, shut the fuck up and let me just go along. And literally it could be done in the first line. I get what they're trying to say. This man be giving me his whole life story. Somebody took a shit by my parents' grave and I can't even go there to pray and it's all so bad and way, shut up. God. Porque no nos sentamos todos alrededor de una fogata y cantamos una canción? What kind of Harry Potter spell did you just type in the chat, Blue Tornadoes? That was a Spanish flex? This man said Havana Clara. I'm gonna talk to Mid.
Shouldn't you be getting some rest?
I probably butchered the shit out of that. Purposely though.
Alright, Clive?
I am.
Here's your order. Alright, Mid. I can't even look at this character, right? Hexus Protonium. We're just gonna start casting Harry Potter spells to say, ooh, I know an exotic language. Oh my.
See how Jill's faring.
Hello, Jill, Guardian Leviosa. Good morning to you too. I speak fancy British as well. Yeah. That's what's up. Foreign exchange student straight out of Hogwarts.
Clive.
Talia.
How's Jill?
Recovering, but she still needs her rest.
I'll take good care of her.
I'll do my best. Oh, Gav was looking for you.
The shelves. Oh, that's right. He must have found something.
Okay, the shelves. This guy is a psychoist. Roderick the Physiker. No thanks. Nalu says, hold on, let me try this one. Como el campfire song. I said, why don't we sit around the campfire and sing a song? Let's gather around the campfire and sing a campfire song. RCAMPFIRE. Yo, when we kill somebody in Among Us, everybody just prances around the body and starts singing that. Herbs. Paul, try rolling your R's. I can't roll R's. Apparently, when I was born, the doctors wanted to cut my tongue or something because I was supposed to have some kind of speech impediment. My tongue, it can literally, it's like 2 different tongues. I don't even know how to like show it off. It's like, it does not, if you point it out straight, it has like 2 different, like, it's weird. I don't know how to explain it. So I can't roll R's. I don't know, I can't. I can't roll those, I can't. Bria. I can't. Vamos. What are we doing now? Oh, no, turn that shit off. I thought he was playing the background music. No. I like my background theme. You can't make the machine gun sound. I can't.
I've been wanting to...
What in his now? The annals do not state it explicitly, but I have reason to believe this queen was a dominant of Shiva, a girl from the Northern Territories, and her faithful hound. One awakens as the dominant of Shiva, and the other?
You're saying that Jill granted Torgal his powers?
What?
Just like Fenrir. People called him my hound, but Torgal and Jill were inseparable. He grew up as a faithful companion to the dominant of Shiva, and years later, his powers awakened, just when his master needed him the most.
You're right. If it weren't for Torgal blasting those bastards to Kingdom Come, Jill would have been for it.
Quite. Though Torgal's power is his own, his latent birthright as a Frostwolf, it had only to be unlocked.
Oh, get you, Torgal.
Ooh, Frostwolf.
You're an even finer hound than we thought.
And regarding your original concern, you need not fear for Torgal's health. Why, the beast has the appetite of a behemoth. Just this very morn, I found him with his nose buried in my nuts.
Hey, yo! What did he just say? Yo! Somebody clip that. Yo, get me an AO in the chat. What did he just say? No. No. What did he just say? Yo. Oh my god. Did we just fix this thing up? Oh, cool, cool. We got some changes to the hideout. That was Cold Peter. Cold Peter. This man said... That old man just said it. Oh, Torgal's a good boy. His appetite is quite amusing. Just this morning, his head was buried in my nuts. Hey, yo.
It is.
Well, I couldn't have done without you. You and everyone else. But I promise I'll pay you back. I'm gonna work my fingers to the bone for you lot. Starting right now. Just you wait.
Then I look forward to seeing them.
That was... Whoa. He did say that. That is crazy. You better not... Oh my god.
Now that that's settled, I wonder if Vivian's made any progress tracking down Kupka.
Vivian! Every time they say Vivian, I'm thinking about Uncle Phil yelling out Vivian in the middle of the night in one of those episodes of Fresh Prince. Vivian! Vivian! No?
I think I'll wait till mid's away.
That was wild. Not in the nuts. This old man. He just casually drops that line. That translation did not go over well, I guess. There's something. But then the English voice actor had to say that out loud with a straight face and full character. And these guys didn't crack up in the studio.
How goes the hunt for Kupka?
Largely in circles. We have myriad sightings of strange soldiers in unexpected places, but nothing definitive as yet. If only we knew for certain by what route he left Rosalith.
Well, keep at it. If anyone can piece this puzzle together, it's you. And I'm willing to wait as long as it takes.
What?
Word.
Do you know, Clive?
Word.
I believe it a mercy that you didn't inherit your father's throne. Your poor people would surely live in fear of you.
You have nothing to worry about on that front.
Clive, have you got a minute? We, have a guest.
A guest?
Ooh. Who'd have guessed?
For your trouble.
It was a pleasure, in hindsight.
Uncle Byron? Clive, my boy! Tap a cask and stoke the ovens for your favorite uncle is here!
Sand Brigade, the seat of the Imperial Court. Damn, this is a banger track.
The Dalmekian government sues for peace. How shall we respond?
If they're willing to accept their fault in the matter, I see no reason to refuse them.
Look at that mama's boy.
We must insist on substantial reparations. The Twinside stores are not as bottomless as reported.
Aye, and we have many more mouths to feed. We shall just have to have the Dalmecs empty their treasuries for us.
Of course, none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince Olivier.
Indeed, I doubt any of us would have had the courage to trade words with the mighty Titan, nor less the wit to win him over.
The Empire owes you a great debt.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you, Your Highness.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Very good.
Now, let us come to the question of precisely when the Dalmex will withdraw their troops.
Dion's fire could rid us of them in mere moments. The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded. So let us keep the negotiations open, give them time to gather what gold and trinkets they can, and once they deliver that which we demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
Your Radiance, were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him. And while His Highness would of course prevail, there would be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo Kupka. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dalmex to send for him, he would not arrive in time. As much as I would enjoy witnessing a clash between Bahamut and Titan, it is not to be.
And what of your subjects, Your Radiance? If the fighting spread to the city proper, the people would bear the brunt of it.
There will be losses, it is true. Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred.
Oh, damn, that's how he thinks.
For every home that burns, another can be built. The Empire will live on. Dion?
Yes, sire.
Nice throne room, though.
Prepare for battle.
But sire...
Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
Yo, the dude's mom is really Cersei for real. It's basically the king from Berserk.
That is your wish, Your Radiance. I shall depart at once.
Your Radiance. Cersei. Man got the weed flower for real.
McGregor forgive you.
I mean, Conor McGregor forgive you. Oi, laddie. We're up at 12. This guy's a dickhead.
What do the astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, Your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
What?
So Annabella's tales were true. You disappoint me, Dion.
Damn. You know, it's crazy. Everybody be roasting astrology nowadays, like especially us guys. But when you look back in history, like during the Renaissance time, like all of the smartest men, including like Galileo and all these guys, and even Leonardo da Vinci, they're all studying the stars. So I think there's some truth to it. It's just that it's been watered down to the point where it's just used as an excuse for accountability. Horoscopes and stuff. Like, I don't believe in like the shit you read in, like, if you look it up on a website and stuff like that. And these chicks be like, yo, my horoscope told me to do this, that. No. They're just using that for accountability. Because I used to look at the same shit for the newspapers. And even back all the way to elementary school, you switch around these horoscopes and they'd be like, oh my God, that told me. Shut the fuck up, I lied. I gave you a Leo horoscope and you're a Sagittarius.
Ah, my dear nephew, how I've missed you.
How did you find this place, Uncle?
Through the good offices of young Sir Wade. He really is the most helpful fellow. As are you, I hear. The Guardians and those they freed tell the most outlandish tales of your heroics in Rosalith. Which is why I came, to learn the full truth of the matter.
You were working with the Guardians of the Flame to evacuate the people of Rosalith.
I was.
What did he just say, Rosalith?
I have questions for you.
You're having that combo with your sister yesterday? No way.
You there? There are 2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added to my nephew's coffers.
Like, honestly, nowadays, horoscopes, I believe fortune cookies more than that shit right now. I believe there's truth in staring at the stars and finding the answer because we use the North Star to guide us and all that stuff. And they have constellation, so there's something up there. And the old school men used to use that before anybody else. But now the modern day stuff, it's messed up to kind of avert you from looking into it. So that's why I like this
idea
here.
Drew wounded from Rosalith. Still less that my own nephew dealt the decisive blow.
Yes, I did.
What do you think, Vivian?
I think, with this news of the Dhalmekian fleet and recent reports of the Royalists' movements, that the final piece of the puzzle has fallen into place. Come here and I'll show you.
Come here and I'll show you.
It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast. So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed? Certainly her Royal Navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next. And in the Einherjar, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as swift and every bit as feared as the kingdom's legendary cavalry. A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash. Yes, it seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea. So then, had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him? Why, home to Drake's Fang, a place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts. Or would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape? Let us say that the Royalists did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose. Could that truly have been their plan for him? To load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde. To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving waves, his life hanging in the balance. No. The journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it. So what then was the plan of our Waluda friends? Reports suggest they made not for the coast, but for the desert. And by cutting through the Velcroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port. To wit, it was the Royalists, not the Republicans, who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat. I would stake your life on it.
So it was the Waluders who spirited the wretch away. Now I think about it, there was something a little... The men seemed almost crestfallen, as if they believed, or were made to believe, that their master was dead.
You have your answer. To find Kupka, you have merely to follow the Royalist trail across the Velcroy. It may well have gone cold by now, But as they say in the Republic, all roads lead to Drake's Fang.
Allow me to accompany you part of the way. As luck would have it, I had intended to journey Canberward on business after visiting you here. The Fang would be but a short detour.
I'd be glad of the company. Give me a moment to make ready. I need to tell my friends what we've learned. And where we're going.
Very well, but be quick about it, my boy. Time waits for no man.
Waits for no man. Alice says when people say shit like that makes you annoyed. Oh my god, Paul, you're such a Virgo! I love the stars in the sky, but anything horoscope shit makes you annoyed. True that, true that. If you have friends like that, you're gonna be like, hey, go ahead, but not gonna be so mean about it, but you're such a... Oh, jeez. Gemini energy. Ah. What is this lady in the game saying? She be talking so funny. I'm an Aries, I'm an Aries. I'm a Leo, a lion. I'm an Aries, Leo. I'm a Leo. What is everybody saying in the chat? Stars are probably the coolest thing in the universe. They're awesome. Hell yeah. It's just when they start giving 4G cookie nonsense, they're like, oh.
It's finished out.
May the fortunes ever be in your favor today.
A little help from Sid, of course.
Alright, let me see something real quick. How long is this?
Resisting her wheedling from the old.
Let me end this part off right here. We're gonna save. I think we're gonna be switching over to Among Us, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Give me a second. Let's see. Did I get any more? Got 240 ability points. Yeah. Alright. We're gonna take a quick break. And then we'll be back with some Among Us. Make sure you guys stay tuned for that. I knew this was like, oh my god, Olive, you're such a Leo. Panda Express 4G cookies be like, that's gonna be like